Hi, I'm Lou with another episode of My Car Story. Today we're in Carlisle, Pennsylvania at the Carlisle events. Check out the description. You can see all the great car shows they have. We're at the Chrysler Nationals, and this is a super treat. I'm with Bob Jennings. Bob, tell them what we have here today. What year, make, and model is this one?
Lou, we have a 1970 Plymouth Superbird. It's a 446 barrel, unrestored, 24,000 miles, and biggest key, it's a petty blue Superbird, one of about 50.
And you just had this one. Who was come and talked about this? Tell me a little bit about the story.
Okay, Dave Wise, who is kind of Mr. Mopar. Dave came up Friday to give me an inspection, and we had been told it was the finest unrestored Superbird in the world. Dave even confirmed, he said, I've never seen one better.
Let's take a look at the finest unrestored Superbird in the world, and the bonus, it's in petty blue. So there's your big wing. There's the back end. We wanted to start in the back with that wing. Notice all of the original pieces. Plymouth across the back. Your Roadrunner has a slight fade. Now, where was this car, Bob?
Okay, this car has been in two museum collections, Lou. It was with a guy named Wayne Lee out in Alberta, Canada. Guy that's pretty well known. He had one of every color.
Wow.
And then he'd had it before that. He'd gotten it from the guy down in Alabama, Tim Wellborn. And what's really interesting is this one has, you know, I collect these things. This has the best paperwork I've ever seen. I've got the original window sticker, the original manufacturer statement of origin, tracing it all the way up to today. So it's an incredible timepiece.
Unbelievable. Let's open the trunk since we have it in the light. So we've got some trunk and treats for you in this car. Besides the trunk, take a look at the condition on this trunk. Even, well, there's your bracing. Notice the X on the bracing, the proper markings, and even your rim. But so, Bob, what do we have here?
All right, that's the manufacturer's statement of origin. That's where Chrysler originally sold it to Rutherford Chrysler Plymouth in Oak Ridge, Tennessee.
Wow.
Very rare. I've never seen one before in an old car like this. And that is the build sheet. There are actually three of them with these cars. They're actually called the broadcast sheet, but it tells everything that was made in the car from new that really perfects the parts and installation. And there is the actual window sticker from 1970 that was with the car. That's not a reproduction.
Wow. Wow, there's all your options. Original, obviously. Original. Even like you could see some of the paint there. Here's your jack. Just fabulous. And we'll take a look at the rest of the car. Come on alongside with me. So, Bob, this one's somewhat new for you.
Lou, I just had this one about not quite a year. We actually bought it last January, and yeah, it's. I had no plans to buy it, and it became available, and I thought, man, you get one of these once in your life, so there you go.
Wow. We come on over here, just showing some of the original pieces. Now, the interesting thing with these tires is they're the original tires to the car. 50-year-old tires, the exact right rims, the Pentastar, your side mirror, your faux vent. And I'm actually going to show the interior on this side because we have the sun hitting it. May I, Bob? May I go into it?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Tell me about the little cool model in the back.
One of our signatures is in every one of our Superbirds, we have a model in the back to match the car.
That's a pretty cool
Hard
thing.
to find the blue one, by the way.
Is that right?
Yeah. This one has a couple of unique options. It's got a rim blow horn, which is very rare.
I'll show that, which is right here.
Just squeeze it and it'll... It's got the passenger mirror, which you pointed out, and then it's got door guards. It's not a big deal, but that's unusual.
There's our door guards. There's your date. Right there. Even you can see, I love that. Notice correctly, no bird here, and I'll sit in it we have the Superbird. There, your Roadrunner with the beep beep. And that's really the only marking in the car showing the Superbird badge. And take a look at the miles right there. Wow. The tick-tock tack that goes to 8,000. Now, was that an option, or I thought it would have went to 7,000?
The tick-tock tack was an option. It was a $59.65.
Wow. And look at the padded rim. That's just really, really special. Let me just let you take that in. And I mean, considering that this car is all original, those seats are really, really clean. And that is great. We're going to turn it around and show it to you with the engine in the light. I told you we'd turn it around. And that, can you imagine looking in your rearview mirror and seeing that? That is just magical. Now, you've got your, look at the pieces chipped the proper way for 24,000 miles. Your nose, your Superbird, little wrinkle in there. Really nice. Now, Bob, is this paint? Why is it wrinkled like that, or is it a sticker?
That's actually a decal.
Okay, because that would explain to me why the wrinkle, properly wrinkled, by the way. And then you have that hood, and you've got a, tell me why we have that gap there.
Well, these hoods were special made, so they welded on that, 9-10 inch piece on the front of the hood on all of these.
And then let's take one more look at it from the side. These are the faux scoops to let air out. And again, the original wheels to the car. No Pentastar there. Also, we've got, Bob, tell me about a little bit about the Superbird. We have your Ventag there, but it has this piece. That doesn't come on the other cars.
Lou, the Superbirds and the Daytonas both had a stainless steel wind deflector, if you wish.
Okay.
On the Superbird, they're screwed in. On the Daytona, they use a rubber dum-dum to attach them, and they're not interchangeable between the cars.
Really?
Then on the Superbird, you had the wing or the fender vents. They are non-functional on the cars that were sold. On a Daytona, they do have the holes underneath the hood. Lots of rumors about what they're used for. Tire clearance, that's not correct. It actually tests out in the wind flow tunnels that's really a useful tool as far as the wind flow.
Got it. All right, let's open up the hood, shall we? How did you get to be such a super bird? Not just a Superbird. How did you get to be such a winged car guy?
Well, I started as a Chrysler mechanic, put myself through college back there, back when we had to walk and hit rocks. Time goes by. You see a Superbird, you fall in love. I always said I'd have one, and then it became two, and then I apparently got that disease, bird flu, and they can't find the cure for it. So now I'm up to 8 of these suckers.
8 of these things. Where does this rank? Do you have a ranking? Is that even possible that you have a ranking when you have 8 that they're all different?
I've been asked that one before. My favorite is the first one. It's a white one I drove to Alaska. And other than that, no, I couldn't put one above the other.
Got it. Your 446 barrel. Wow, is that clean, isn't it? Go ahead.
It's just such a wonderful car. Great shape.
You just want to take that in from. Let me step over on this side. I just want to show 2 things. Number one, we've got that piece there. There's your tag. Let's fire it, shall we? Notice too, we've got this. This usually wouldn't be here, so it's a little. Does that help with the wind flow, or how's that help?
Actually, it just holds the nose on loop.
Got it. I like that too. You just start it from outside the car.
Yeah, I keep it tuned right to the edge.
Hey, is this one smooth or what?
We had to rebuild the carburetors, and then tune it up. But I mean, you got 24,000 miles. You're just getting broken in.
It's a brand new car. Let me just listen to the exhaust for 1 minute. If you could step on the brakes for a second, just give it a little rev. on the brakes for a second? We'll work on those. Bob, I think the only thing left is, I think the only thing left, we got to take it for a ride.
Let's do it.
So Bob and I are here in the Survivor Superbird, and this has taken us right back to 1970. So you've only had it for about a year. How many miles have you put on it?
I put about 70 miles on it, Lou.
This is it. So even a fun, rare treat for you to ride in.
Yeah, I don't drive it very well. First, the tires are 50 years old.
Yeah, so we're not going to do anything silly. No burnouts, nothing crazy. But let's just show you where we're at. You know, to the 440's credit, everybody says, you know, big block, big muscle, big motor. You could hear it there a little bit as we went through that tunnel. But wow, does it run smooth, doesn't it?
It does. It's your grandma's car with a six-pack.
Yeah, which is just the way we like it. Grandma, I'm taking the car out. I'll just be at the grocery store. I'll be there in one moment. Believe me, one moment.
One moment,
Yeah.
Grandma.
And we don't want to take it too far, so we can turn around whenever you want.
Okay.
Because, I mean, this is, like you said, these are 50-year-old tires. The last thing we want is to have to use that spare for the first time in its life. But what a treat to just get it on the road, right? These are the kind of special occasions that you get the chance to watch it on My Car Story with Lou. And I just want to show people that wing. Look at that.
Not much.
Not bad.
Grandma will be there in a minute.
Yeah, Grandma will be there in a minute. Now, Bob, you said you were a mechanic. Did you just love cars from the beginning? How'd this all kind of start?
Yeah, I had a buddy that had a Roadrunner when we were graduating high school. I loved the cars. Folks bought it for him as a graduation gift. And you kind of fall in love with Plymouth and Dodge. They're so different. Everybody had a Chevy and a Ford, and that's fine, but that wasn't me. And you just fall in love from there. The guy I worked for swore he would never sell a Superbird, so that made him even more desirable.
And that's why you said, I got to get one of these days. What was it like when you did get your first one? What was that magic moment like?
I had just recently had open heart surgery.
Oh, wow.
And that first one, you bring it home, and I think my wife was jealous. She's better looking, but that first one is still the baby, Lou.
That's great. It sounds like it fixed your heart for sure. It got the blood flowing.
Yeah, well, I do that test every couple of days. I drove that one to Alaska, as I said, and driving it again here actually next week.
What a great story coming in. Well, we're back at Carlisle again.
I got it, but it's on my truck. Oh yeah. Yep, sorry.
That's all right. And we're back at the event here. Bob, what a treat. So good to see you again, by the way.
I appreciate it,
and always
Lou.
nice to see you and your wife, and it's just a treat to finally get one of your cars on the channel, let alone a Survivor like this, one of the greatest Superbird survivors on the planet. Thanks so much for being on My Car Story.
I appreciate it, Lou. Thank you.